Listen to me very closely. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I make upwards of $1,000 per day, most of it being profit, with my consulting business. And I'm going to share with you how I did it step by step. That way, all you have to do is to copy me. If it's the first time you and I meet before, my name is Fred, and I originally grew up in a lower middle class family. My father's a nurse, my mother a nursing assistant. So as you can see, not exactly the background of a rich kid. I tried plenty of different online business models, but I never saw any success until I started selling services and coaching. Now, to thank you for watching this video, if you stick around until the end, when we get to 100,000 subs, I will be giving away $10,000. So the first step, if you want to be able to replicate what I've done, is to sell services and coaching offers. Please, if you are a beginner, stay the hell away from product-based businesses, because if you do that, you're most likely going to fail. 99% of the time, beginners who try to sell physical products only end up losing thousands of dollars with nothing to show for. And I know online, you've probably seen lots of videos on why you should start a dropshipping business or an Amazon FBA business, but most people just dive headfirst into these opportunities, but they never take the time to analyze these business models on a fundamental level and ask themselves, are they good business models, yes or no? And that's how back in 2019-2020, with one of my friends, we decided to start a dropshipping business. And to be completely honest with you, we lost close to $3,000 and we only made $50. We sold one product, that's it. And we ran into so many goddamn issues. We'd spend weeks finding a winning product, building a store around it, and then we couldn't even market our product because Facebook ads would ban our ad accounts without a proper explanation. But looking at the data we had, I knew for a fact the only reason why Facebook ads was banning us was because we were dropshippers, and with plenty of malicious dropshippers who never shipped the products to customers or who created plenty of issues like that, advertising platforms started to really restrict dropshipping activity. But so for us, what that meant is that we wasted weeks and we couldn't even get any traffic on our product page. Now later on we tried dropshipping with organic marketing, and within a couple days we started to make $100, but at the same time profit margins were extremely low. And in full transparency, I've spoken to hundreds of people, ambitious individuals who want to build a profitable business so they can obtain financial freedom, work from anywhere in the world, provide for the people that they love, and quit their 9-to-5 jobs. And every single time, the ones who told me they tried dropshipping, Amazon FBA, or print on demand, they never made any money with those businesses. A lot of them lost thousands of dollars in fact. And even the few people who did manage to be successful with dropshipping, they were making tens of thousands of dollars. Most of it wasn't even profit. You would honestly be shocked to hear how much profit they were actually keeping. So out of $10,000, they would typically keep in profit 5 to 20% at most. So in numbers, this would be $500 up to $2,000. And so as you can see, the effort to reward ratio isn't really worth it. And that's why plenty of these people, they came to me asking me for help to start a consulting business, because it's a much more profitable business model. It's the most profitable business model in fact. So what is consulting in the first place? It's when you sell services or coaching to people. With this business model, your profit margins are extremely high, up to 98% if you work on this alone without a team. But like we saw with dropshipping or product-based businesses, you'd be lucky to keep 5 to 20% of what you make, and that's even worse if you're going to use paid advertising to get customers. And I tried so many online business models like growing Instagram team pages, dropshipping, and other things as well, but I never saw any success online until I transitioned into selling services and consulting. If you take a look at the first videos I posted on my YouTube channel back in 2022, at first I was providing done-for-you services as well as consulting on the side to business owners to help them to book more sales meetings with their ideal customers to help them to increase their revenue. And that was my first successful offer. And to prove it wasn't luck, I started another consulting offer. And with this consulting offer, I was able to go from 0 to 7.5k per month in 90 days, starting from scratch yet again. And most of it was profit directly in my pocket. Now if you want to discover exactly everything I did step by step to build a profitable consulting business, I've recorded a free video in which I'm going to share with you everything. That way, all you have to do is to copy me. And in that same video, I'm also going to reveal the only 3 things you need to focus on doing if you're serious about making money. I will leave the link in the description below, or you can also directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to build your business. But in order to make upwards of $1,000 per day, I first had to ask myself who I wanted to work with. And so initially, back in 2022, I started by working with entrepreneurs because I figured if I needed to learn lead generation to make my business successful, why not sell it as a service for other people as well? That way, I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I wouldn't have to learn 2 skills, and that worked incredibly well because plenty of business owners, even to this day, are still struggling with lead generation. So I knew for a fact there was a demand in the market, and I started to reach out to people on LinkedIn, and that confirmed my theory. Nowadays what I do is that I help ambitious individuals to build a profitable business so they can quit their 9-to-5 jobs and become financially free. So first you need to identify exactly who you're talking to, because if you're trying to target everyone, you won't make a single cent. I've spoken to plenty of agency owners, coaches and consultants, and a lot of the time, people who were working with multiple niches all at the same time, like for example, plumbers and real estate agents, they weren't making any money, or at least they were making a few $1,000s per month, but they were barely getting by. And that's because when you're just getting started, it's much better to focus on only serving one very specific client avatar, and then as you scale, well, of course you're going to serve more people, but when you're just getting started, do not try to speak to everyone, because if you do, you will end up speaking with no one. Ideally, you want to follow this formula. You pick one problem to solve for people, you have one offer, and you sell one product. That's all you need to make even $100,000 per month. And then to scale up, it will make more sense to incorporate different types of offers, like low ticket products, medium ticket products, more high-end expensive products. But at first, you only really need a high ticket offer to solve painful problems for people. And by high ticket offer, I mean an offer that you can charge $1,000 up to $5,000 for. Because with that kind of offer, you only need a handful of customers to get to $10,000 per month. If we do the math together, you would only need 10 clients at $1,000 or 5 clients at $2,000. But if instead you try to do dropshipping, you try to sell $50 shitty products from AliExpress just like everybody else, first you would have to deal with an insane amount of competition because it's hyper saturated clearly, but on top of that, you would need to convince hundreds of people to buy from you, which is not easy to do, and that doesn't even include the low profit margins as well. So now that you know exactly who you want to talk to, you need to identify what they want and what painful problems are they having, because if you don't have these elements, you will not be able to build a great offer, and a great offer is the key in your business to be able to get customers. And so that's why the step that comes after that is crafting your offer. As Hormozy says, you want to create an offer so good it would make people feel stupid to say no. And the way you do that is by first making sure you give people what they want, by fixing a painful and urgent problem for them, fixing it as easily as possible and as quickly as possible. Now the step that comes after that is sales. And what you really want to understand about sales is that great salespeople sell futures, outcomes and dreams, not raw materials, not services or coaching offers, because nobody cares about that. When somebody buys a gym membership, they don't care about the gym necessarily. When somebody works with a personal trainer, they don't necessarily care about, spending time with the personal trainer. The main reason why they bought that service in the first place is because they want to solve a painful problem, which is that they don't like the way that they look. They want to be able to walk on the beach in the summer and take their shirt off, be confident about it. They want to regain their confidence with their spouse. So it's always about solving painful problems. They have a low self-esteem or whatever it may be. Because if you're selling raw materials, you become a commodity and you cannot charge high ticket prices. To give you an example, how come a Bentley can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and on the other hand, you have another brand like Toyota which is a lot less expensive, but technically speaking, I mean, it's just a car either way. It goes from point A to point B. So how come some people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on cars? Well, that's because you're never just buying the thing itself. You're never just buying a piece of metal that goes from point A to point B. When you buy a high-end car, you buy the social status. You buy a feeling of prestige, of uniqueness, of being different, of standing out from the crowd. You buy belonging to a very specific, very exclusive community. That's what you're purchasing. When you buy a perfume, the reason why that perfume is sold for $200 instead of $10 is because they're not selling you the ingredients list. They're not selling you vanilla, ginger. They're not selling you alcohol. They're selling you being desirable to the opposite sex. And who doesn't want to be more attractive and feel desired? Now the step that comes after that is service delivery. So typically with a consulting business, there's 3 different ways you can give your customers exactly what they want and help them to fix the painful problem that they have. You can sell services or coaching offers. If you sell services, you can deliver the services yourself if you know how to do it, but if you don't, you can leverage remote contractors to do the work for you. And I personally know people who make multiple 7 figures per year with this business model because they simply connect consumers and sellers. And if you can help a remote contractor to get more clients because you bring them customers, literally, there's never any communication between the two of them, but they will be extremely thankful and they will do some good work. And you're essentially just the middleman. You find clients, you close them, and then you go to a remote contractor and they do the work for the client. It's like when you go to Amazon, most of the products you purchase on Amazon, they're not made by Amazon directly. They're sold by third-party vendors, yet it doesn't prevent you from buying them and being perfectly happy with them. So when we do services, it's the same thing. It's not drop shipping, it's drop servicing. But compared to drop shipping, it's extremely profitable because you charge high ticket prices, and on top of that, profit margins are extremely high. So to give you an example, some of my clients, they do lead generation. For example, somebody I was speaking with the other day is doing lead generation for mental health practitioners. Some of my other clients, however, they sell coaching offers like fitness coaching, holistic self-improvement coaching, different types of coaching to help people to overcome an addiction. I have copywriters as well. There's plenty of offers that you can sell. There are no limits. results. Now look, if you are part of that minority of ambitious individuals who's committed to building a profitable business, I invite you to check out the free resources in the description below or to directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to build your business. And with that being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together let's blow up this YouTube channel to empower more people to become financially free.